What's going on, everybody? Josh Engleman here for Stokastic.com, back again with the NBA DFS contenders on DraftKings for Tuesday, November 22nd. Now be sure to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell so you know when everything goes live. Follow me on Twitter at Josh Engleman. Let me know in the comment section who your favorite plays are, and then please go sign up at BetMGM using the link in the description. You got to be in a legal betting state. You got to be new to BetMGM, but this is World Cup themed. You put $10 down on a World Cup match, you get $200 in free bets, basically no matter what. You just need anybody, not just your team, not just your opponent, anybody to score a goal for the day. You're going to get $200 in free bets, so take advantage. Now we round out the bottom of my top 10 with DeAndre Ayton, Mikal Bridges, Bones Highland, Tobias Harris, and Aaron Gordon if he plays. Who will be my favorites? My top 5 plays for today? It's time to find out. In at number 5, we've got Dillon Brooks. He is shooting guard, small forward eligible, so you get him at guard, forward, and utility. 7,300 here for Brooks, projected for 41. The goal is 46. He's in the optimal lineup 30% of the time. Just massive usage bump with no Bane and no Morant. 34 minutes here for Brooks. 1.2 fantasy points per minute, something in that range. I mean, it's just, he's going to shoot over and over and over again. If they go in, fantastic. 31% usage rate here for Dillon Brooks. 26.5 real points. I was still looking at the usage rate. 4 rebounds, 3 assists. It's all scoring here for Brooks. Maybe you get a steal or two. That would help. It's a great matchup. It's a pace-up spot against Sacramento. It's a terrible Sacramento defense as well. This is the day that you really need to get to Dillon Brooks. The position works. You got to love the MPE. There are no real good pay-up options, so going to the 5 figures doesn't really matter. Guys like Dillon Brooks just have massive ceilings that are unavoidable today. If you are paying up, though, I think $9,300 Devin Booker is the guy that you want. Point guard, shooting guard eligible, 52.5 point fantasy projection, 56.5 point goal. 34% of the time he ends up in the optimal. It's 37 minutes here for Booker. We've got no Cam Johnson, obviously. No Chris Paul either. 1.4 fantasy points per minute for Devin Booker. 30% usage. 30 real points. 6 boards. 7 assists. A steal. A half block, so decent shot at an actual block. Big time pace up spot against the Lakers. They're favorites. The Lakers are awful. There's not a single negative sign here for Devin Booker. Feel free to take as much as you want. You'll be pretty happy about it. At number 3, we go to Tyus Jones, point guard eligible, 5,900, projected for 36.5. The goal is 39.5. He's in the optimal lineup 35% of the time. 33 minutes here for Tyus Jones. No Ja Morant, no Desmond Bane. 1.1 fantasy points per minute. Neutral usage, 15.5 points. You get 4 boards too, which is nice, but 8 assists. Guy just dimes people up like crazy. A stock and a half, something in that neighborhood. Same matchup for Dillon Brooks. Pace up spot against Sacramento. Bad Sacramento defense as well. Everything looks good here for Tyus Jones and for Dillon Brooks. It's just a really nice spot for the Memphis Grizzlies. At number 2, we go to Denver for Bruce Brown. Still no Jamal Murray or Nikola Jokic, so Brown does everything. Point guard, small forward eligibility, which means you also get guard, forward, and utility. Incredible MPE for Brown. 6K, projected for 36. The goal's only 40. He's in the optimal lineup 35% of the time. That's 32 minutes for Bruce Brown. I think he can play more. 1.1 fantasy points per minute, and he does everything. This is why I love getting to Bruce Brown. His floor is so high, but I think his ceiling is also high. 20% usage, 15 points, 6.5 boards, 5.5 assists. That's a great stat line. You could expect big rebounding days, big assist days, big scoring days. He does all of those things, but he also is projected for 2 stocks. So you can get an outlier defensive performance too. If he could tick up a little bit on every category and smash a 40-point goal. Not to mention, it's relatively pace neutral. I mean, everything's a pace up matchup for Denver because of how slow they play. They're taking on the Pistons. The Pistons are ass. The defense is terrible. Marvin Bagley is the rim protector in this lineup. No, not happening. Get all the Bruce Brown you can find today, people. You can put him in any spot in your lineup, which is helpful, and he just looks unequivocally exceptional. Now, before we get to that number one contender, one last reminder, please hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell so you know when everything goes live. Follow me on Twitter, @Josh Engleman. Let me know in the comment section who your favorite plays are, and please go sign up at BetMGM using the link in the description. Your number one contender for today is Shake Milton. Point guard, shooting guard eligible, 5,300, projected for 35.5. The goal is 36.5. He's in the optimal lineup 38% of the time. Look, no James Harden, no Tyrese Maxey, no Joel Embiid means everybody gets everything they want for Philly. This is your starting point guard playing 34 minutes at a minimum if it's competitive. He's a fantasy point per minute guy with 23% usage, almost 18 real points, 5 boards, almost 6 assists, a stock. Space neutral against Brooklyn. They are pretty big underdogs here, which isn't surprising, but Brooklyn's defense isn't very good. And none of that really matters because Shake Milton's in a role that you don't normally expect. Solid MPE, excellent price for a starter, for a guy that is going to be, a 23-ish% usage guy. This one's just really simple. There's so many minutes and so many shots to go around in Philadelphia, and I think Shake Milton's price makes him the best option you can have. Alrighty, folks, that will do it. Those are my NBA DFS contenders on DraftKings for Tuesday, November 22nd. FanDuel version's around here somewhere, so check it out. Thank you guys for watching this video. Good luck tonight, everybody. Win some money. We are back again tomorrow morning for another edition of the Contenders.